Hello and welcome to Hearthcrafts. My name is Charlotte and this is my channel where I talk general rubbish about my chaotic crafty life. I live on the south coast of England with my 5 neurospicy children and crafting keeps me sane. Oh, it's been a week. It's been an emotional roller coaster this week. And I will get more into that when I come back in a bit, but I'll show you what I've been up to this week and then we will come back and have a little chin wag. Okay, so I had to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. The little bit of leather that has got the treadle connects it to that pole at the back that makes the wheel go round. See how technical I'm getting? I have actually chopped a bit off, made a new hole, taken the screw out of where it connects to the treadle and put it back in to make it shorter because I've got a feeling it was too long because it really, I mean, it's going to run better once Pete's taken it all apart and got rid of all the rust and everything. But it's taking a real sort of push down with my foot to get the wheel to go right the way round to get the continuous motion. However, I think I'm starting to get the hang of it because you see this? Do you see this? Let me show you. This, my lovely viewers, is yarn. Once I get this wheel turning in a nice, and it's easy and I barely have to touch the treadle with my foot, and I won't have to constantly look over there, then I can concentrate fully on my hands and what's going on down here. But it's fine. I'm enjoying this. I'm just impatient, and Pete's working for the next, he's working, his next day off is Friday. So he is not going to be able to do anything on this wheel until Friday. And I have absolutely no patience whatsoever. I do. I'm actually the most patient person that you would ever meet. But when it comes to hyperfixation and crafts, no patience. No patience. I need to try things and I need to try them immediately. But this is, even though this is a lot more difficult than it should be, this is making my heart happy. Do you know what? It's not a dreadful attempt. So, right, now we've had a go now. So we've fed into our hyperfixation. So now we just need to put the wheel away and wait for Friday. If you see me with this wheel out again before Friday, today is Tuesday, just message me. Say, put the wheel down. Which of course you won't, because this video won't be posted before Friday anyway. Okay, so quick spinning wheel update. I've just brought the spinning wheel round to Pete's house to show him all the different bits and what I would like him to do to it. Say hello, Peter. So I was explaining about the fact that the wheel doesn't go round freely. I shouldn't have to be treadling as hard as I am to make the wheel go. I took the flyer off to show him that there's kind of rust on the center of the rod in the flyer. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to give it a quick treadle while the flyer isn't on. And would you just have a look at this? Look. I'm gone. Let's get it started again. Look at that. I mean, apart from the creak, it treadles absolutely perfectly. That is no effort whatsoever on that treadle. And it's going round and round. And look, it's got such a beautiful motion that I can actually stop, and I can treadle it back the opposite way without even touching the wheel. So immature. See, now look, let's go clockwise again, shall we? There we go. Look at that. If ever there was an advert for not doing things crafty related when you're tired, I'm it. Last night I was working on Pete's sock. I was absolutely exhausted. Working on my hires, didn't even bother putting it on DPNs like I normally do. And the last like 8 stitches or something slipped off my needle. And I just thought, I can't even deal. And I went to bed. So now I've got to sit here and work out which are stitches, which are slip stitches, and hope that I don't make too much of a mess of it. But yeah, do not knit when tired. It's not good. So remember this? This is the braid of Blueface Leicester, I believe it is. 100% Blueface Leicester from Easy Knits in the colourway Jewel. I got it from Vinted. Can't remember how much, but I just absolutely adore these colours. And my thought process is I want to separate the colours. Dogs are wrestling in the background. I want to separate the colours. I want to spin them up separately, and then I want to do combo plying. Now, I'm going to spin this up on my Russian support spindle, which is currently empty, and the support bowl. I've got so much rubbish on my lap right now. I have no idea where it went. No, that's not it. Oh, for goodness sake. Literally, oh, here it is. It is this one, which I got from Adelaide Walker. The support spindles from Adelaide Walker as well. And I like this one. So I'm going to, both of them are oak. I have like a thing about oak. I really like oak. And I think that's probably because it is one of the main woods that we would have used in the 17th century. So if I can get things in oak, then I do. And these are both oak. So, Bobby. Bobby. Bobby.
Seems to be more of your traditional werewolf, whereas the dog man has a supernatural reputation with it as well, that it's more of a spirit-based creature. Harm outside of just clawing and slashing at you. It's not flesh and blood. You couldn't kill it like you could possibly the beast of Bray Road.
Good morning. I'm in my garden. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I feel a bit out of sorts today could be something to do with the fact that Romney started her day at 2 a.m. It's also, you know, a hormonal time for me. We're going to ignore this on my mouth, pretend it doesn't even exist. Romney went back to sleep for a couple of hours. She gets picked up by the transport at 8 a.m. She went back to sleep for a couple of hours at 6 o'clock. I can't go back to sleep at 6 o'clock because there is a real, very, very real possibility that I would then sleep through my alarms. And then that would not be good. So I'm tired, and I just felt like I did not want to be sat in my living room. I needed to be out here. My neighbour's got a huge koi carp pond next to me, so you can hear the water running, and I love it. Star, right old ruining the vibe out here you are. I just had to shut the dogs in because the neighbour's dog came out. And all hell breaks loose. But yeah, so I'm not much of a gardener, but my garden really needs, well, I don't know, I wouldn't say that. I've only got pots out here. I really, really want to plant a dye garden of things that I can use to naturally dye wool. So I think that's going to be my plan this year. But yeah, I'm just taking a minute just to be out here, just listen, just not be cooped up in my living room watching YouTube. Just want to be out here not watching anything. So that's what I'm going to do. Sorry if you can hear traffic noise. I have my windows open. So it's been about 3, maybe even 4 days since I recorded the little bit about me telling you that I had messed up the heel flap on Pete's sock. I hadn't messed it up. The stitches had fallen off the needles. And I had a look at it and I thought, I can't. I haven't even got the brain capacity right now to work out which ones are knit stitches and which ones are slip stitches. I just couldn't. Anyway, I thought to myself, I'm in one of those moods today. I don't know what I want to do. And I kept thinking I've been thinking for a couple of days, I'm going to cast on a new pair of socks for me. And then I thought, no, get these ones off Pete sorted, because if you don't, then they will languish, and he knows they're being made. So he will be like, where's my socks? Where's my socks? I thought, just do it. Just sit down and do it. So what I've done, which might seem a little bit dramatic, but it's just the headspace that I'm in. To me, it was the easiest solution. I ripped back and took out the heel completely, and then picked up half of the stitches, and I'm going to start it again. Is my nose butterfly upside down? It is. I'm so sorry, that was awfully close. Yeah, so I've literally taken the heel out and picked up the stitches, and I'll just start the heel again, but on DPNs. That's where my brain's at right now, I'm afraid, and that has made me happy, because now I can continue to knit on it. And I wasn't finished with the heel flap. I was quite far into it, I'm not going to lie. I was probably about 4 rows off finishing the heel flap, but it's fine. It's fine. So, yes, now we will redo the heel flap, and I know that the stitches are not going to fall off my DPNs. Obviously, last week was quite emotional for me because Athena got hearing aids, and seeing your child with hearing aids, it's, you know, I've got all sorts of issues and ailments going on in this house. But yeah, that was, it kind of got me right in the feels, that one. And so it was quite emotional anyway. I was really worried about how she was going to take to them. She absolutely loves them. And even one of the mums up the school said that it seems like she's a different child with them in. Like, the confidence that it's given her is just unreal. It's absolutely perfect. Everything we could have wanted. So then there was that kind of rush of relief. And then there was that mummy guilt of the fact that she's clearly been very, very hard of hearing without me even realising. Because the things that she keeps, you know, it's been constantly like, Mum, what's that? And I'm like, okay, describe it to me. And she's going, it's like this. And I'm like, that's the dog's claws on the wooden flooring. You know, like things like that just didn't even occur to me that she wasn't hearing. So all of that was going on. And then on Tuesday, she went off. Today's Friday. On Tuesday, she went off for her first ever residential school trip. And she's been away for 3 nights. And she's such a ball of anxiety. And me and her dad are her sort of safety nets, comfort blankets. I had meetings up the school saying, right, these are the things that you need to be aware of, blah, blah, blah. I did not in a million years think she would even survive one night. So I had my phone by me all night on that first night. Didn't hear anything. The school, at the end of every day, sort of in the evening, they've been putting photographs up of all the children, and she just looks like she is living her best life. And she's done it. She's done 3 nights. I pick her up in about 3 hours. I cannot wait. We haven't been able to have any contact with them, which is absolutely fine. I completely get why they weren't allowed to take any electronics, which is great. But at the same time, it's been massively emotional for me, worrying about what she's doing. And also, my house just isn't the same without her. You know, I have 4 other children to concentrate on, and they still get all their love and all their attention. But when one's missing, it's kind of, and it's different when they're missing because they're with their dad. Because she's literally 10 minutes down the road. If she shouted loud enough, I could probably hear her from my living room. But yeah, so she's clearly been having a great time. That's amazing. But mummy has been. And it's come on that week where emotions are all over the place anyway, which is the joys of being female. So yeah, I have been crying on and off all week. Pete rang me yesterday, video chat, and he went, "Why are you crying?" And I went, I just watched a reel. It was an old man in a nursing home. He was 90 views a day, and they brought in a miniature horse, and he was so happy. He loved that horse so much. And Pete was like, "Are you all right?" I had a Zoom call last night with Mandy from Mousewitch Yarn and Mandy Bourne from Mandy Bourne Knits. And these poor ladies. So I don't speak to many adults during the course of a day or week. The only person I really speak to is Pete, and he's most of the time like speaking to one of the kids anyway. So as soon as these ladies were on my screen, it was like I just went, blah, 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 blah. I told them my entire life story and every single trauma that had ever happened to me in my life. I cried. Oh, I mean, I am probably now banned from Mandy's Zooms for the rest of my life. No, they were brilliant. They were so lovely, and I'm so appreciative because clearly I needed it. But yeah, I did feel awful. It was literally, I came, I spewed my guts up, I cried, and then I left. God. Anywho, I obviously feel much better today because Athena's coming home. She's going straight to her dad's, but I'm going to pick her up, so I will see her. And the fact that she's with her dad, I will feel fine. So what else? That is general life. We get that out the way. to start off with, just in case I cry. It has been a week of mainly spinning, although I have been working on Pete's socks. The spinning that I've been doing, so I've now, in the last 3 weeks, I've taught myself to drop spindle, to use a supported spindle, and to use a Turkish spindle. And the funny thing is with it, I wanted to learn all of them, but drop spindle was the main one I wanted to learn because that's the one that I can use in the village. And then I realised I can use supported spindle in the village, so I wanted to learn that one as well. Turkish spindle was like right down on my list of things that, oh, when I get round to it, I'll learn it. But then I thought, well, I might as well. I've done the other two. And surprisingly enough, Turkish spindle is my favourite one, which, shocker, I did not expect that. I am really enjoying the way that it spins and the way that it's balanced and everything. I just absolutely love my Turkish spindle. So that's the one that I've been focusing on mainly this week. So I'll take you through the spin stuff, then I'll flappy ears. Then I'll show you the socks. So this is my Turkish spindle, and this is Corridale in its natural colourway that I bought from Wonderwall. I love it. Look at it. That's called a turtle. Oh, I love it. I'm making a little turtle. That could be one of the reasons why I like this one so much, because it has an animal theme. But yeah, I'm really impressed with that. It's really consistent and I'm really enjoying it. So I will keep going on that. It's getting quite heavy now, so at some point I'll need to swap it out, but I'm all right for now. I'll keep going until it's really, really big. So that's that. With my supported spindle, I bought a braid, as you would have seen off Vinted. It's 100% blue face Leicester. Now, I am not enjoying this spin as much. And I think, it's down here. I think it's something to do with the wool. I don't know whether wool changes when it's been dyed. Let me tell you, I am continuing with it because I absolutely love this. Look at that. Look at all those colours in there. The colours are just stunning. They really, really are. So I'm definitely going to carry on this spin. It's just a little bit frustrating because it doesn't draft easily, and I've carded it to try and help with that, but it just doesn't. It's just really tricky to draft. So it's proving to take quite a long time, but I think it'll be worth it because those colours are just stunning. The other thing is my drop spindle, which has got my Jacob Humbug on it, but I haven't actually done anything on that. And that's it really. The only other thing I've been doing is working on Pete's sock. Now you probably would have seen that I dropped a few stitches off the end of, oh dear, I've got a floof attached to it. I dropped a few stitches off the end when I was doing the heel flap, and I couldn't even get my head together enough to try and work out how to pick up those stitches. So I literally just took the whole heel flap off, went right back to the end of the foot, and then redid the heel flap using DPNs. And I'm really glad I did, because it was fine, and I knew where I was at once I'd done that. So I've done the heel flap, done the heel turn, and I'm picked up the gusset stitches, and I am now starting the gusset decreases. But look at these contrast colours. I absolutely love them. I think they're so perfect. So I'm really excited. I don't have a pair of socks for me on the needles at the moment, and I always like to have a pair of socks for me on the needles, but I don't, and I want to wait until I have at least finished one of Pete's socks and started the second one for a cast on one for me. But there's exciting news. So a couple of things as well. I have cancelled all of my yarn clubs, which I'm really sad about in one way, because I do love my unseen yarn clubs, but I want to buy myself a new spinning wheel. I have my spinning wheel, which is now called Sheila, and she's fantastic, and we think we've got her working. And that wheel, actually, I could probably get away with at the village. So Sheila will be my sort of reenactment old school wheel, which I'm really happy about. I haven't actually spun on her yet. She's still at Pete's, but that will hopefully happen over the weekend. But I do want to buy myself a modern wheel that's a bit more portable as well, that I can take camping with me. So I really, really want the Ashford Kiwi 3. I've done so much research on all the different wheels, and that one for me looks like it would suit me best. So I've cancelled all my yarn clubs so that I can put the money that I'm saving from that into getting, it's my birthday next month, so it's the perfect month to treat myself to something like that. So, and also I'm only using the clubs, the yarn I get from the clubs for socks at the moment, and I have lots, so I'm okay with it. It's going to good use. The exciting thing that has been announced this morning, excuse me, is that the Crazy Sock Lady is doing her summer sock camp. Now, I came to the Crazy Sock Lady last year, obviously, when I was learning to make socks. I used all her tutorials. She's fantastic. I love her. And I was like really gutted because I felt like I'd missed her heyday. And I'm like, yet again, Charlotte is late to the party. And she kind of stopped doing the Crazy Sock Lady stuff and went out to work. And I was like, oh, great. I've completely missed it. Anyway, sadly, she had to give up her job for health reasons, but now she's back doing the Crazy Sock Lady. And I was really gutted that I never got, because she didn't do her summer sock camp last year, and I was really gutted I never got the chance to do a summer sock camp. She's bringing it back this year, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be all over that. So the majority of my making over the next few months will be socks, because I really want to throw myself into, which is a good thing, because socks is part of my 12 cast-ons, the gift knits category, and that's all I can really get my brain to work on at the moment is socks. I still love making socks. They're just so easy. And yeah, so I'm really excited about just making all the socks. Other than that, we had our May Day at the village, which was absolutely fantastic. I had this beautiful picture captured by our photographer of myself and Athena. It was Athena's first time in kit, and she just absolutely loved it. It was so nice. We just got to spend the whole day together. We both danced around the maypole, and it's just such a fantastic time. The village is just full of life and laughter, and it's a really, really lovely day. So that was really nice. But other than that, nothing else really exciting has been happening. And I don't think I've actually got an awful lot more to tell you. So I am going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. You are all amazing. And I'm so grateful to you for being here. Be kind to yourselves. And I want to give an extra special shout out to Soxy Nana Alice as well. I absolutely love you. And you just need to be kind to yourself. I love you all so much.